With the Snyder Cut of Justice League in the news, I figured it would be as good a time as any to take a look at the animated Justice League Dark, Apokolips War. This is the 15th and alleged final film in the DC animated universe, so think of it as the Avengers Endgame of this franchise. Apokolips War begins with the Justice League on Superman's authority deciding to wage a preemptive strike on Darkseid, so they go to Darkseid's home planet, Apokolips. Since this is in the first 15 minutes or so, sets the stage for the actual plot, I don't guess it's too much of a spoiler to say they get their butts whooped, badly, and that's an understatement. 5 years later, wait, no, that's Endgame. 2 years later, Earth is a mess, conquered by Darkseid and plagued with his Paradoom army. A powerless Clark Kent and defeated Raven recruit Constantine, who's battling his own personal demons of guilt that he ran away during the League's battle with Darkseid. They join together and recruit some familiar heroes and anti-heroes and make one final attempt at defeating Darkseid and reclaiming the universe. Hearing that synopsis, it's not hard to draw a few comparisons to Avengers Endgame. The heroes are defeated, there's a passage of time, and then they try to regroup and reclaim something they've lost. Of course, Endgame, together with Infinity War, was a two-part saga told over more than 5 hours. Apokolips War has an hour and a half. So obviously Apokolips War doesn't have much room to breathe. We don't get a lot of those intimate character moments that took Endgame to the next level. That said, Apokolips War isn't a theatrical blockbuster, but a home entertainment premiere meant to stand on its own merits. And on that level, it delivers. I've only seen a couple of entries in the DC animated movie universe, but I was able to understand what was going on in Apokolips War just fine. I think the only other movie in this franchise that you quote-unquote need to see prior to Apokolips War might be Flashpoint Paradox. Flashpoint launched the DC animated universe back in 2013, so there are some callbacks to it. Fortunately, I had seen Flashpoint Paradox. I think I might have cared more about some characters in Apokolips War if I had seen some of the other movies in this series. But then again, I've never read a single Constantine comic, haven't seen his TV show or any of his other animated stuff, but I found John Constantine emerged as one of my favorite characters in this movie. Same with Raven. Apokolips War does a good job with their character arcs, exploring some of their guilt and mental anguish. I wish I could say the same about Superman here. Like I mentioned, Superman was the one who wanted to fight Darkseid in the first place, yet we never get an emotional moment where he expresses much remorse over it. Darkseid is likewise one-dimensional here, and as far as screen presence, his Paradooms almost create more fear and dread than he does. There were several characters I kept wondering who they were, but that's to be expected with any big ensemble piece like this. But Lex Luthor, Batman, Robin, the Suicide Squad, and Wonder Woman do get a few memorable moments. Speaking of Wonder Woman, you might remember from my last review, I didn't really care for Rosario Dawson's voice performance in Wonder Woman Bloodlines, but I'm happy to say I liked her a lot better here. I don't know if it was the direction or her being more comfortable with the character. All that said, let's talk about the aspect of this movie that has gotten it a lot of attention, the violence, particularly the deaths. This movie does not hold back. No spoilers, but we're talking about characters ripped apart, blood spraying everywhere, guts falling out, and at times it gets a little too close to what a fan might dream up on DeviantArt. You ever wanted to see your favorite DC superhero get officially massacred? Well, here you go. Again, Apokolips War does not hold back, and I genuinely had no idea what was going to happen next. So again, no spoilers, but I think because of this type of movie, and because this is a finale, it's going to have, I guess what you might say, a hopeful ending. And I have to say, it's the first time a direct-to-video movie, any direct-to-video movie, has ever given me chills. Although I have no emotional investment in the DC animated universe, I thought that final shot was pretty moving and effective. Apokolips War is one of the better DC animated movies. Still, as with any of these, it feels like a direct-to-video effort. You can't imagine this being a major theatrical release, unlike maybe The Dark Knight Returns Deluxe Edition. And thinking back to that movie, Apokolips War probably should have been a two-parter as well. But Apokolips War should please fans overall. It's a solid movie and an exceptional finale to the DC animated movie universe. I give it 3 out of 4 stars. What did you think of Justice League Dark Apokolips War? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this review, please click like and subscribe to my channel, watch some of the other reviews, follow me on Twitter. Until next time, this has been Movies Please. Thanks for watching.